Patriots entering week 17 of the regular season. Season seems to have flown by, but they are playing the Dolphins here on Sunday. And this game matters to the Patriots because if they win, then they get a first-round bye in the playoffs. If they lose, then they also have to hope for the Chiefs to lose to the Chargers, which probably isn't going to happen. So Patriots have said this week they're treating this like another pseudo-playoff game. So now it feels like the Patriots had two postseason games in a row now to finish off the regular season.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier this week, if this is going to be a playoff game, you probably want it to be against a team like the Dolphins, who, while they haven't been the abject disaster that everybody thought they were going to be this season, which kind of speaks to Brian Flores' coaching job. I think they've won 4 of their last 8 games. They've been feisty lately. They're still, the talent difference between them and the Patriots is gigantic. The Patriots should not have any trouble winning this game. They're something like 16.5-point favorites, especially playing here at home at Gillette Stadium. Already beat the Dolphins 43-0 earlier this season. Shouldn't have any trouble winning this game, but they do have to approach it like a legitimate game. They can't play Tom Brady for 3 series in this game and then put Jarrett Stidham in. They can't rest some of their injured players. They have to be treating this as a game that they have to win, which, as you mentioned, they kind of do.
Yeah, I mean, if they win this game, then they don't have to play in the wild card round in the playoffs. If they lose this game and the Chiefs win, then they'll have to wind up playing, the Titans or the Raiders, some team that is better. Pittsburgh potentially, a team that is better than the Dolphins. But one player who the Patriots would benefit from resting, who they really can't in this game, is wide receiver Julian Edelman, who's dealing with a ton of injuries, knee injury, shoulder, a chest injury earlier in the season. So I'm curious to see how they use Edelman in this game. And if they get off to an early lead, maybe they do actually bench him in the second half just to rest him up a little bit more for the playoffs.
Yeah, that would probably be the smart move with Edelman and a couple of their other players. I mean, if they can get out to a 28-0 lead in the first half of that game, maybe you see them sit down Julian Edelman. Maybe you see them limit guys like Jonathan Jones and Jason McCourty if they even do play in this game, because those are guys who are both coming back from injuries. Marcus Cannon is another guy. Maybe you'll see some more Marshall Newhouse voluntarily in this game. This is one of the reasons why it would have behooved the Patriots to have locked up this first round bye last week so they could rest some of these players. But if this game goes the way a lot of people are thinking and they kind of open it up a little bit early, I would not be at all surprised to see them sit some of those guys down.
For sure. Well, it's another playoff game here at Gillette Stadium. And one other thing to mention is that if Tom Brady doesn't come back next year, and this would potentially be his last regular season game in a Patriots uniform at Gillette Stadium. So I actually do expect the crowd to be pretty hot for this game against the Dolphins.